Alright, looks like we are good to go. Okay, alright, so I will go ahead and do a little countdown. Let me just double check and make sure there's no other issues. Yeah, you guys can hear me, right? Everything's good to go? Okay. It looks like we're good to go. And I think you guys can hear me, right? Alright, sounds good. Alright. I'm not getting, yeah, it doesn't let me alt-tab out, so I can't look at Discord on my computer. Anyways, looks like we're good to go. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Oh my gosh. I feel embarrassed. I didn't turn my alerts off. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, here we go. So this is Bioshock. I'm playing on the PC here. This is not the remastered version. I'm not sure that the remastered version versus the normal version of Bioshock would make any difference for Glitchless, but yeah, it's just the normal old school Bioshock on the PC. So this is a really fun category. Obviously not as popular as the any % category, just because it's kind of an off category, but I really like doing these different variants of speedruns. So, on the leaderboards, I am the third place, the bronze trophy winner for this game, and I actually just got a PB. I got a 47-second PB today, which was awesome. So that puts me like 10 seconds shy of silver, which is great. And then KPC Zombie, he's our world record holder for most of the Bioshock 1 and Bioshock 2 categories. Yeah, the frame rate seems weird. It's looking fine on my end, but I can see on the stream it looks really strange. Interesting. Yeah, we're still pretty early on, so if you guys want me to like restart or something, we definitely can. We got about 3 minutes of cutscenes here, so I'll just keep an eye on chat and see if you guys want me to do anything.
And I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not
yeah, that looks real rough. Like it's showing green on OBS here.
No, says the man in Washington belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God.
Oh, it looks like it's looking better to me.
Man in Moscow.
I'm looking on the stream and it looks nice now. Not so laggy. I'm not sure what that was all about, but it's looking better. Yeah. Anyways, okay. So here we are. We got probably another minute or two here of cutscenes. Yeah, my bitrate is showing, well, it's green, but it's showing like 1400. Oh, maybe you're talking. Anyways, like I say, it looks pretty smooth at this point, so unless I get yeah, I got like yeah, right around 1400, which is low for me, but still, it's looking green. It's looking fine. Anyways, yeah, so, this part, like I say, is static. We're just waiting for this cutscene to finish. That's the Welcome to Rapture intro level is like half cutscene. It's actually probably like 60% cutscene and 40% running around. On the any percent, we skip a lot of that stuff. But yeah, that's the only downside about this run is a lot of just sitting around and waiting while cutscenes are happening. Okay, looks like I got people in chat saying it seems better and it looks okay. That's good. I'm glad. Anyways, well, yeah, so I was talking earlier, where I cut off before we were talking about the bitrate. KPC, our world record holder, just got like a minute shaved off like just a few days ago, which is really cool. And looking at like my personal best and all my best splits, he's got it, I think, pretty much as optimized as it could possibly get. So I don't know if that world record's ever going to get broke, or if it does get broke, it's just going to be like by a second or two. But it's at this point the world record is pretty much set for this game. It's at a pretty optimized situation there. Anyways, so here we got Johnny. I always root for Johnny, but he never seems to make it. I don't know why he would give away his gun. That seems like a terrible decision. And sorry if you hear any squeaks or crinkles in the background. My dogs just got their bark box today. So they've just been going to town on their new toys. They love it. But it looks like they're all calm and chilling right now, so we hopefully won't have any interruptions as far as that goes. But yeah, here we go. We got about probably another 30 seconds or so of just waiting around, and then I'll run for about a minute, and then we got another few minutes of cutscenes. It's very exciting. The first part of this run is just sitting and hurry up and wait, as they say. Look at her busting holes in our bathysphere. How rude. How rude. Bloop. Alright. Here we go. We're pretty much at the point where we start playing. I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive. Thanks, Atlas. What a guy. So I saw some people saying in chat that this is one of their favorite games. One of my favorite games, too. It's a classic. I love Bioshock. Whoop. I'll wrap you in a sheet. Oh, how nice. She knows that I'm cold, and she's going to wrap me up in a sheet. That's my theory with this splicer right here, is that she's actually your friend. I've got a whole thing about it, but I won't get too far into it. Alright. So we're going to do a little RNG manipulation. By jumping over the left side of this flaming couch, we can hopefully draw this enemy towards us a little bit. Yeah, it worked out. He came about halfway where I wanted him. Oh, there we go. If you do it just right, he'll meet you right at the entrance to this room. That's not the way it happened this time. So, just to kind of throw out a little info there, this little cutscene, we actually skip in the Enter percent. It's really strange. Like, the any percent run of this and the glitchless run is totally different. So we do this weird set of commands where we basically activate getting the electro bulb, and then we do like a little save load thing where we just skip this cutscene, but for the whole rest of the level, it's trying to draw us back into that little gatherer's garden, so we have to like do this weird hopping mechanic away from it. It's super annoying. So it's kind of nice not to have to deal with that in the glitchless category. The most beautiful game you'd ever played at the time, and it messed you up. Yeah, it's great. I remember my first time playing this game was in the dorms when I was in the Air Force, and I had bought it and I brought it back, and me and my fellow airmen were turned all the lights out. We had a few drinks and we were playing this and we were screaming like little girls. Maybe it wasn't that bad, but I mean it was spooping us. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. See you floating in the briny. A little more cutscenes. The rest of the game is not this cutscene heavy. This intro level has way more than most other places. And then we'll get, when we're in Rapture Central Control, that's about 2/3 of the way through this run. That's also a level that's almost all cutscene. But pretty soon we'll actually get to where we're running around and shooting things and telekinesising things, etc., etc.
It's all right. I know he'll be an angel.
Mr. Bubbles! Alright. Here we go. We actually get to play for a little while now. Are you alright, Boyle? So, when the water does flood this place, we're going to start hopping around. Because jumping just allows you to move slightly faster through the water in this game. It's not something we take advantage of like that we need to do for the rest of the run. It's just in a few spots here. We'll bounce around. Okay, so we'll summon this guy. Shwink. He's going to appear right over here now. Get our loots. We're going to do another guy's going to appear. We'll zap and whack him. Alright, there we go. Now, I said earlier in the any percent run where we're taking advantage of that one glitch, it's always pulling us back, so it's pulling us backwards. Getting into this elevator can be super annoying because you have to hop into it just right. Again, thankfully I don't have to deal with that crap in Glitchless. I mean, usually it's not so bad and you can hop in here somewhat smoothly if you know what you're doing, but, like, if you try and you make a mistake and you don't do it quite right, it can be just a pain. It can be a pain. Time to get a drink or something? Yeah, there's... This would be a good time to do it. I got another probably about 30 seconds of running before we got like another 2 minutes of cutscene. Alright, this part can be annoying. Like, sometimes this gun bounces away. Oh, I got it. Easy, easy. Alright. Oop, I meant to jump on that couch and jump over that railing, but whatever. Saved like a fraction of a second, not a big deal. Oh, you know what? And I should have had my wrench pulled out at this point. It's not a big deal because I can pull it out again real quick later. But it's nice to have your wrench out for this part because as soon as this little cutscene finishes, we're going to want to smash this lock with a wrench. Like I say, it's not a big deal because now I'll just smash my one button to pull up my wrench before the cutscene's over. But it's nice if you have the wrench out first because then you don't have to worry about pulling it out at the last second. We don't really want to waste our pistol ammo at this point. Usually ammunition isn't a huge deal, but we do want some pistol ammo for the very last part of Welcome to Rapture. So this part, the old zap and whack, right? Classic Bioshock move. Gotta make resetting really annoying in this category. I'm looking at some earlier chat. Yeah, it can be. That's why I actually do a lot less resetting in Glitchless than I do in my normal ones. But I think that is just because I personally have a lot of time to save, specifically in this category. Or at least I did until this morning. I still have like a minute and a half, but like I say, I got like a 47-second time save today, so that was cool. That Big Daddy hates chairs. As you can see, he tossed that mother. Alright. I can't believe he gets up after that first hit. What a guy. What a guy. Boom. Boom. Alright. So, like I say, I'm going to be wanting to pull up my wrench, and I'm going to want to smash this lock as soon as I can. And then we're going to roll on over to the end of this level. Boop. There we go. So, zap this person, get her loot. I want her ammo is what I want. Now, let's see if I can do this part. This is a little tricky, but we're going to be fighting a couple waves of splicers in just a second. 2 waves of 2 splices each. And I want to try to get up onto this platform to shoot him if I can, because it'll just give me the best spot to hit him from. But it's kind of a... I didn't pull it off quite right. That's fine. We'll just do him in the water. I could have saved like a second there. This hop isn't terrible, but it can be kind of annoying. Alright, now that we're here, we can see these guys coming from a mile away, and we can shoot them like, you know, a second or two early. Alright. And now we just come over here and wait. And that was a pretty decent Welcome to Rapture for me. That wasn't terrible. I probably could have saved maybe a second or two here or there, but overall, not bad. So kind of a cool thing, we trigger this cutscene, but if we were just to come in here and scale this little spot, and then shoot the door with Electrobolt, it would just exit us out of this level and we could skip this whole cutscene. Kind of a neat thing. Obviously, we can't do that right now. Pow! Pow! And we just wait. So tell me, friend, I don't know why we're not actually hearing Andrew Ryan. That's really strange that we're not hearing him speak. I don't know why that's happening. It's not ruining or changing anything in the run, but usually you hear Andrew Ryan saying everything that you can read down there. I don't know why we're not hearing it. But whatever. Hey, we got KPC Zombie saying good luck. Thank you very much. And like I say, everybody should check out KPC Zombie. He is our world record holder for most of the Bioshock 1 and 2 stuff, like I say. And he's a cool dude. That's one of the nice things about the Bioshock community. I guess I don't really have a frame of reference for other communities. Oh, wow, guys, that was a pretty decent Welcome to Rapture. That was not bad. Anyways, yeah, KPC's got that world record in most of those Bioshock 1 and 2 categories. Okay, so this little machine will always be set up in exactly the same way. As long as it's a fresh load of the game, like I just loaded up the game and I haven't done that hacking sequence before, it'll always be the same, so we know exactly where to put those tiles. Now, if I were to reset the game right now, like if I were to just start a new game, without exiting the game and restarting it, that sequence would be different, and we'd have to actually like figure out where the tiles went. So it's important, if you ever get past that little hacking sequence and you reset your run, you have to exit the game and restart the game. Like, you have to. I mean, I guess you don't have to, but if you don't, then that little sequence is random. Plus, it's a good idea when running this game to do resets, like to actually exit the game and restart it if you're going to do resets, because if you don't do it frequently enough, this game can crash. And then it's just really annoying if it crashes, because then you got to reset all your key bindings and stuff like that. Usually I kill her, but I don't think that'll be any sort of an issue. Those guys, oh, I was gonna say, those guys can body block you if you're not lucky. And they did indeed body block me because I wasn't lucky. I'm getting bodied by a lot of people here, it's kind of goofy. Alright, good, I got past them all. So we got Incinerate, which is great. Incinerate we're gonna use a lot. We're gonna use it for a handful of things, but I'd say probably the main thing we're gonna use it for is actually killing ourselves and doing death warps. Killing ourselves in certain spots so that when we respawn in the Vita chamber, it'll actually save us a little time. Alright, now we have our 2 plasmids that we need. We've got Telekinesis and Incinerate, and that's all we're going to be using for the whole run here. Telekinesis is so crazy OP, it's ridiculous. Oops, whoa, I messed that up. We'll just go around instead of me derping out again. So instead of saving half a second, I lost like 4, but that's fine. Alright, you guys didn't see it earlier, but I picked up 2 armor-piercing rounds that were sitting on this like little shelf area. I'm going to use them to shoot the security bot in just a second. So first we're going to grab his grenade. We're going to blow this thing up a little early. Like I said, now I got my armor-piercing rounds. Oh. Come on out, security bot. It's hiding. What is this? Okay, that was goofy. That was goofy. That security bot did not want to come out of hiding. Alright, so we want to be a little low on health here. This is good.
What can I do with this one, Aphrodite?
Because we're going to want to do a death warp in just a little bit. And I want this, oh, here we go. That's what I'm looking for. I just want him out of the way so he doesn't actually bring me down to 0 health. So here, I don't have to be too concerned about being fast. We're waiting for him to go through this little spiel of his. And when he does, then we'll move and attack him.
He's ugly.
Ugly!
Ugly! Ugly! Ugly!
Here, we're going to use this explodey barrel to finish him off. I'm going to take a little bit of damage so that I'm at... Oh, apparently I didn't take the damage I wanted. Okay, we're going to do Death Warp here. A little slow because apparently I didn't take damage a second ago. This game has an interesting mechanic with deaths. So if you get down, like if you get dealt a hit that'll kill you basically, it'll trigger invincibility frames for like a few seconds. That's weird that person is there. So the idea is that you get yourself pretty much down to 0 health. It'll trigger those invincibility frames, and then you know that the next time you get hit, you're gonna die. So you can sort of preempt your death warps. You can get ready for them. It's a glitch. Stop glitching. I can reset before reaching that without closing the game. I mean, I'm a little confused about what you're saying. Like, I would have to... It's not a good idea to ever reset without actually totally exiting and entering the level again, just because it has a tendency to bug out and, like, crash on you if you do that. But, like I say, if you get to the part before that hacking sequence and you reset, like you start a new game, that hacking sequence, like, will still be in exactly the same... All the tiles will be in the same position, if that makes any sense. Anyways. This is weird, so I don't know what it is about speedruns. Like, I'm not doing any glitches, so I don't know why it's like this, but during some of these cutscenes, I stare at the ground. Like, that is definitely not where your character is supposed to be looking during that little sequence, but for some reason that's just the way it is. And when we visit Andrew Ryan in Rapture Central Control later on, he'll do the same thing, where when the cutscene is going, we're staring at the floor. A little odd. I don't know what that's all about, but that's just the way it is. Alright. So we're just going to hang out by the door here. We're waiting for some audio dialogue to play, and we're waiting for a little objective sound, and when I hear the Gatherer's Garden, or there's some sort of like a motor that you can hear that starts working. And when I hear that, I'm going to run over there and buy an Eve upgrade. Not necessarily that I need the upgrade, but you have to purchase something in order to exit through this door here. There it is, I hear it. Hear it. You don't have to necessarily wait if you get lucky. Hit escape too many times. You don't necessarily have to wait for that thing to rise. As soon as you hear that thing trigger, you can like peek in between the curtains and use the Gatherer's Garden before it totally... whoa, excuse me. Before the curtain is totally raised, you can access the machine. Oh, you're alive. That's rare. I am almost back to emergency access. Good idea to hold a body or a box right there, because these guys can try to body block you if you're unlucky. Had I not had the corpse there, that guy probably would have halted my movement, which would have been super annoying. Alright. Neptune's Bounty, here we go. So we can start moving, like the level is loaded and I'm moving, but it like doesn't show you that you're moving. That happens in this level, in Fort Frolic, and maybe one or two others. It's kind of weird. Like, not every level is like that, where you can start moving right away before the level loads, but a few are. Maybe he just decided he didn't like people. Boink, boink. Alright. Oh, I messed up my jump. Oh well. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Definitely not what I wanted to happen, but oh well. So we're gonna try to manipulate this spider splicer up here to fall. She's gonna fall down here in a second after some dialogue plays. And we want to hit her with this turret maybe once or twice, and then we want her to back up straight into that machine basically, and then she'll jump up and exit this area, and then we can move on. So there's a way to sort of manipulate her to try to get to move back there, but it can be kind of tough. She's a little wiggly. So we want to... Oh, see, she's backflipping at a weird angle. See, that's what I want. I wanted her to backflip into that thing, but she just didn't. There it is. I bleed, I bleed. And the reason you want to bring her into this spot is because she has to be here to hop up. And if she's right there, it takes less time than her having to run from over here to over there, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Sort of sounds like I'm speaking gibberish, but I feel like it also makes sense. Anyways, alright, so we're done with that little part. Wait for the door to open and we can move. You think he saved all the girls and you never saw what happens? So if you ever speedrun this game, you'll find a special hatred for those little sisters. I swear to God, they're the worst. They're the worst, I'm not joking. Those little sisters are the bane of your existence in this run. You get out of my way. That guy can body block you. That second splicer that comes down those stairs can body block you sometimes. Which is annoying. Boink. Okay. So we're about to get our camera, take a few pictures. Wow, that lock was being stubborn. Did not want to get busted open. Okay. Oh, come on. What is this? I can't believe I had that bad luck. That thing just did not want to get shot. That's what I get for using the machine gun, I guess. I got that splicer, just barely, but I got him. That's not a hard spider splicer to get. I just had like a weird... I was aiming my camera weird, and I had like a weird jump or whatever. It's totally fine. Alright. So this, we can just take the pictures of the splices real quick. We don't actually have to go and explore any of these areas. His name is right here. Alright, so we're going to move on. We got that. We got all the pictures we need. Now we're going to get ready to kill ourselves pretty soon. And this part can be tricky because you got a lot of people shooting at you and stuff, and you want to try to die in just the right way, you know? Okay. Let's do it, let's do it. Oh, I'm at the health I want to be at, and... Oh, I think I messed up on my jump. Oh, that was weird. I got killed midair. I've never had that happen. That might spawn us in somewhere where we don't want to be. Oh yeah, that spawned us way up here. Okay, well I'll just do it normally then. That was too bad. I've never had somebody shoot me out of the midair on that part. That was kind of weird. Okay, this is the safer way to go. You come right here and do a death warp. Boop. Murderer, KPC calls me. Yeah, what can I say? What can I say? Like I say, those little sisters annoy me. They deserve it. Yeah, when we get to... So the reason why there's a strong hate for the little sisters is that when we get to Proving Grounds, Point Prometheus, Proving Grounds, I always get those two mixed up. It's the second and third last levels. But anyways, there's a level where you gotta guide this little sister around, and she harvests Adam from a few of the bodies, and you just gotta protect her from splicers. Anyways, during that level, if you do some RNG manipulation just right, you can get her to run. But it can be a little bit tricky. I mean, it's not terrible, but it can be a little tricky. And if you don't get her to run, then she just walks around like a slowpoke, which itself is annoying. But then she'll talk smack to you the whole time, telling you to hurry up. Like, hurry up, Mr. B. You can't wait forever. And it's like, yo, little sister, I'm waiting on you. And especially if that's like, if you have a good run going on and then she starts talking smack to you like that while you're waiting for her to run, yeah, it just gets super annoying. So we got a special hate for those little sisters. Why incinerate the floor so much? So what I'm doing is I'm damaging myself and I'm killing myself so that I can spawn in certain locations. So it saves us time by spawning at the Vita chambers. We can kill ourselves and spawn faster than it would take for us to run. So what I'm doing by lighting the floor is I'm just walking over the fire and damaging myself in preparation for a death. Atlas. So he should, by standing here and holding and looking in this direction, we should get him to spawn right to our left. There he is. And I missed. Amazing. Oh my god. It's taking so long. Alright. That was goofy as shit, guys. So that was supposed to be like a one-hit kill, and I just straight up missed him, which was goofy. But oh well. We'll pretend like that didn't happen. And you want to make sure to grab his body, because he drops an auto hack, which is super useful later on in the run. Almost essential. So we don't use these upgrade machines too much, but we will definitely want one for oh my god, I can't believe I did that. That was beautiful, guys. That was beautiful. Anyways, we do want the one grenade launcher damage boost. That's the one weapon upgrade that we really do want. Just because it's going to help us take down some big daddies later. Otherwise, the other weapon upgrades, not so important, because we're just going to use telekinesis to kill everything else that we need to kill, basically. Again, this is one of the few places where we're going to be bouncing around just because we got some water, and it's super useful. Helps us move a little faster. And so we turn VSync off, not necessarily for this run, but for, like, the any percent, or the, like, all collectibles or whatever. What that does is it allows us to fling. We're not worrying so much about that, but the reason I bring it up is because there was a platform that I was hopping up just a second ago, and oh nice, I hit it. It's kind of hard to hit that lock sometimes from the other side. Anyways, having vertical sync off allows us to do this weird little telekinesis trick where we will, like I could grab like that box. I don't know if that box would work, but we could grab a box, place it down, jump on top of it, and then do like a jump telekinesis trick, which will fling us way up into the air. So VSync for the other runs needs to be off. It's very important. For this run, it doesn't make any difference. But like I say, for some reason, having VSync off like makes that one platform that I was talking about. We would walk up it at a snail's pace. It's excruciating. But if you run and jump up it, you don't lose any speed. So you kind of have to hop up that one platform. But that was ages ago, and you guys probably don't even know what I'm talking about. Alright, so this is one of the few spots in the game where we're just waiting for dialogue, and after the dialogue's done, we're going to make our way out here. They're everywhere! Alright. We want to grab this explodey barrel, or that one in front of me, and take out that guy. I'm going to grab another barrel here. Boop. That slice is going to fall down in front of me, and then these two we don't really need to worry about. We can just loot their bodies. Come here, barrel. Oh, Buck. Usually it gives you cigarettes. Buck is actually useful. Alright, we're just gonna have to wait for some dialogue to finish before this level closes. I like to jump up on this little knob there, just for fun. Oh, come on. What's this? You're giving me trouble. Why? And yeah, like I say, at the end of that level, we just wait for some dialogue to finish before we move on. Arcadia. Here we go with Arcadia. This level, in most, like, in the any percent, we almost completely skip. We do a fling that lets us jump over a trigger, and we skip almost this whole level. But we get to play through it, which is cool. That's one of the reasons I actually like the glitchless category, is because we get to see, you know, pretty much the whole game. Okay, so as far as camera goes, there's only a few spots where we need any sort of camera research, and this is one of them. There's thuggish splicers, which are going to give us sports boost. Sports boost is going to allow us to swing. Oh, that was weird, little lag spike there. Sports Boost is going to allow us to swing our wrench faster, but the important thing is it's going to give us a little bit of a speed boost. Oh, my pictures were weak, so I didn't get my Sports Boost right here, but that's fine. I can get it from another Thuggish Splicer right up here. So yeah, just a little speed boost. A little speed boost with Sports Boost 1 and 2. So we take pictures with Thuggish Splicers, and we don't really worry about research for any of the other enemies. Thuggish Splicer is the only one we care about. And of course the 3 splicers from the previous level that we had to do just to... There it is. I didn't need to do that second picture, but whatever. Alright, so I'm going to want to start getting my damage low. We're going to look up there, and you see that smoke coming out? That's a little trigger that we want to happen. That closes off the exit. Now, as I was saying, in the any percent, we would actually fling over that trigger and just exit the level. So I hop over here. I have a little bit of time to kill. This part's on a timer. But I also need these chlorophylls. Oh, I got it. Okay, I was going to say, did I not grab it? Again, I'm going to get my health low. We're going to get ready to do a death warp here. I'm going to kill that thing so it doesn't bug me. So what we want to do is we want to be in this little room. We have to exist in this room for a certain period of time. It's really weird and hard to explain, but like after this trigger goes, I could go and do all sorts of other stuff and collect items. But like I say, we have to spend X amount of time in here just because of a timer for later on. So we hang out here, we wait for a little objective marker sound, and after that we do a death warp. She planted. So there's our objective. Bing, we want to wait for like just a second and then kill ourselves. Would you kindly get a world record? Oh my god, I would love it. I would love it if I could. But KPC's got a better world record because he was the world record leader and he got an even better world record. So he's got that pretty much locked down. Like his time is probably about as good as it's gonna get. So we get that rose, we do a little parkour, we come up here. I think on my PB, or no, on a run I was doing earlier, I climbed up there and then one of those splicers knocked me off the ledge and I had to run back up there. It was super annoying. It was super annoying. But anyways, we got our Rosa Galaga. That was the whole reason we went over there. Now we go back to this area. Mr. Bubbles! Hi, friend. What you got for me, Daryl? Nothing. Nothing useful. I like to put a little fire on the floor right here. I just think it's funny because they'll walk right into it. And die. Good job, guys. So, again, like I say, this part's on kind of a weird little timer. And I'm just waiting for a certain amount of time to pass. There we go. Now I put the Rosa Galaga in the machine, and I can go visit Julia Langford. Perfect. Perfect.
I've got my security system in this joint hacked, so those turrets won't bite.
Those turrets won't bite. Alright, if you say so. We're gonna come up here, we're gonna smash on the glass. Actually, we don't need to smash on the glass, I just like to. But as soon as we enter this room, it kind of triggers a little sequence. Julie! I like how Ryan sings it. It always makes me happy. So we don't have to be like super fast at this point, because we have to wait for this dialogue to finish before anything significant happens. But we can come and get some loots. We can explore a little bit. We can get this, we can get that. Come on, let me in. I like to come over here and shoot this this turret because we don't need it. It just gets in the way. Same as that, we don't want the enemies regaining their health. Because we're going to fight waves of enemies when we come back to Arcadia. Alright, let me see. 94-57, that's our combination. Pew, 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 pew. 94-57. Oh, I didn't actually mean to get that, but that's fine. 94. So there's like a weird... Oops, grab it, my bad. There's like a weird delay from when you click it to when those little locks, or those numbers actually turn, so it can be kind of confusing. Like, you just, I don't know, you just have to be on point about how many times you've actually clicked it, but like, if you're not paying attention, it can be kind of weird. Oh, alright, I missed that jump, so we have to kill that guy. That's fine. Alright, so now we're gonna go, we need to make a Lazarus Vector, because Ryan's poisoning all the trees, and we basically need to make an antidote for that. So we're gonna go to Farmer's Market and get some supplies. We need chlorophyll solutions, which we already have a handful of. We need a bunch of waters, and then we also need, oh, there we go. Let me think, what else? Oh yeah, little enzymes, bee spit. That's what we need, some honeybee spit. So we're gonna go to Farmer's Market and collect all that stuff. That's weird that a Big Daddy was in here. Usually there's not a Big Daddy and a Little Sister. It doesn't affect anything, but it's just kind of interesting that we see there. Alright, we got another one of our chlorophyll. We only need, it says 4 out of 7, but we really only need 6 of each of these items, because we're going to hack the machine when we get back, when we actually build this Lazarus Vector. We're going to hack the machine, which reduces the component cost by 1 for each of those items. So we need 6 waters, 6 of the honeybee spit things, and then 6 chlorophyll solutions. Here's an enzyme sample, the honeybee spit, enzyme sample, same thing. Alright. So here's a Houdini splicer that's going to spawn right here, and she's going to have a chlorophyll for us. Do that. Pull our shotgun out, because there's going to be this right here. Get our chlorophyll solution, get our water right there. We have all the chlorophyll we need. We got 6 out of 7. Now we're going to get all the rest of our enzyme samples. We have 1, we only need 6. We know exactly where we're going to get it. They're inside these little beehive things. There's also 3 inside the safe, so we need that auto hack from earlier. Got 1 enzyme sample, 2 enzyme samples, 5 or 3 more of them to get us to a total of 6. We're good. We're going to get out of here. We got what we need. Now we're going to get the rest of the waters. Now at this point, I'm going to start damaging myself a little bit, because I'm going to want to do a death warp coming up. Probably not too much, that's fine for now. Grab some water. Grab more water. I'm going to refill my Eve, just so I'm safe. Alright. Alright, we're going to do a little death warp. I'm going to get my shotgun out, because we're going to blast the splicer as soon as we res here. Whew. Here she is. Now, that one is also carrying a chlorophyll solution, but whatever. We already have all the chlorophyll solutions we need, so we're not going to worry about that at all. Alright, so immediately I'm going to light myself on fire, because we want to do a death warp right when this level begins. It's nice if you can get yourself down to 0 health at the end of the previous level, but I did not do that. That's fine. Alright. Here we go. Now we'll go build our Lazarus Vector, and then we gotta fight, like, basically 3 waves of enemies, and then this level will be finished. Boink. I'm the doctor! Okay. I never said you weren't, buddy. Alright, here we go. A noise. I like the things these splicers. These splicers crack me up sometimes. They say goofy stuff. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna hack this machine. Get our Lazarus Vector. I like to jump while I do things like that. That way, like, I don't... Like, if you're just running and one of those windows pops up, you lose all your momentum, you know? Because you stop running, and then after it's done, you start moving again. It's not the end of the world, but I like to jump in midair, because that way, like, after those little, pop-ups, those windows that pop up after they close again, you're still like moving forward with your full momentum if you jump. You know what I mean? I feel like that makes sense. The things that I'm saying. Alright. So, look at, she's tweaking out. I like to place a proximity mine by this door. As soon as this door is done getting opened, it'll just instantly kill the 3 splicers that are over there. Plus, I can always just refill that last sticky grenade right there. Usually like to place one... Oops, not right there. That's not what I meant to do. I like to place one right here, because there will be a spider splicer that spawns there, and it's nice to just be able to instantly kill it. Well, that grenade there will be interesting. I'm sure it'll kill somebody at some point. But I do want to make sure that I have some sticky grenades for later on. They're all dead. They're all dead. There's a whole bunch of splicers in there. 3 of them, and they're already dead. So, and like I say... Come on, Spider Splicer. I know you want to res. There it is. And now the waves of enemies will come, and I can kill them all, and all that kind of stuff. Alright, where you at, boys? Where you at? They'll start spawning any second here. I hear him. There we go. And this is just... We're going to telekinesis people over and over. It's so powerful. You can kill people with hats. Hats are super powerful in this game for some reason. There we go, that's wave 1. You got 2 more. Yeah, like hats, bodies and hats will one-shot enemies. But like, if you grab a lead pipe from an enemy and throw it at somebody, it won't kill them. A hat will. A teddy bear will, but a lead pipe will not. It's kind of goofy. You know, like certain items that you think would do more damage being thrown at an enemy actually aren't as powerful. You shit bigger than me? That sounds like an issue I would get checked out. There's wave number 2, so we have one more wave. And now we're gonna basically, while this wave's going on, we're gonna listen for Houdini splicers. Because once we hear the Houdini splicers come in, that's when we know that the last wave is over. And we'll hear them by their iconic little sound that it makes when they spawn into existence, basically. Their teleportation sound. Is that Big Daddy mad at me? Oh no, that was this guy shooting me, okay. Oh my god, so many enemies. They're all lining up for me, which is really nice. It's nice that they all just come at me one at a time like that. Just boom, 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 boom. Alright, and I hear the splicer spawning into existence, and we just wait for a second, and this door right here will open up for us. Alright. Boom. And we're pretty much done with Arcadia. Go ahead and refill my Eve since it's getting a little low. Bonk. There we go. We'll get out of here. Woo! I thought my game was going to bug out for a second. This game can just randomly crash every once in a while. And like I said earlier, it's super annoying if and when that happens, because it messes with all your key bindings and stuff. But that's just a little lag spike. I'm not too concerned about a lag spike. Alright, let's get out of here.
Keep away from my patients!
Keep away from my patients. Alright, buddy. Don't worry about it. I'll leave him alone. Get out of my way, sign. I don't know what it is about that sign, but I love grabbing it and throwing it back there.
You're not CIA, are you? You belong to
There we go. There we go. KPC. Oh yeah, so I should have mentioned. KPC was going to help me, was going to come and commentate with me. But just due to the schedule getting pushed back a little bit, he was unable to join me. But I do want to give a shout out to KPC. I appreciate the fact that you were willing to come and commentate with me. Although I feel like I'll do alright on my own. It's always nice to have another member from the community hanging out. Especially the world record holder. That's cool, right? But no, KPC got, yeah, he had a prior engagement, which is totally understandable. But again, thank you anyways. I really do appreciate the fact that he was willing to come and commentate with me. Okay, so this part's on a weird little timer. It doesn't really matter how fast we kill these splicers. I guess as long as it doesn't take like a grossly long amount of time. But we just have to wait for a certain amount of Sandra Cohen's dialogue to finish. So another kind of interesting thing, we pretty much totally skipped this level as well. When I went into that room and did my little death warp where I lit myself on fire, normally in any percent we do a little fling that would help us fling over the barrier and jump right into the bathysphere. Like we just cruise right on through this level. Which is cool, but also kind of sad because Sandra Cohen is arguably like the best character from the game. I like Dr. Simon too, but a lot of people love Sandra Cohen, so it's great that we get to actually encounter him in this level. He's super fun. He's cray-cray. Here we have the only door that it is worth ducking under. It's the only one that opens slow enough to where it's worth it to duck. Alright. Oh, so I think I lied earlier when I said that we're not going to be taking any more pictures. Okay, come on now. We're going to be taking 3 pictures in this level. That's it. We need to take 3 pictures. Oh, wait. 4 pictures. We need to take a picture of the enemies that we're going to kill. Because we're going to help Sandra Cohen make his weird little quad tick. So we kill people, we take pictures of them, and we put them up on his little display.
For example, I test you. But for a reason.
Is this Bioshock? No, it's Patrick. What? Okay. So that picture can be really goofy. Because, like, if he, luckily, I mean, I guess not luckily, most of the time he'll fall that way, where it's easy to take a picture of him and move on. But every once in a while, because of that explosion, he'll, like, fall behind his little stool. And if he's covered up in just the right way, like, your picture won't count. So you have to, like, run up to him and get a better picture, which is really annoying when you're just trying to cruise through. But it worked out just fine for me here. So, what we got here is another spot where we just kind of got to wait for some dialogue. But this is his quad tick. There's the 4 picture frames that we need to place the pictures in. And so our collaboration commences. Now, if you want to ask me how a little Polaroid can print out and create a picture that large, I don't know. But that's just what we got going on.
See it when I am dust. This is what thou
All right.
do. My quad tick.
So I'm just waiting for him to tell me to touch it, and then I can actually place the picture in the frame. Touch it.
Don't be afraid. Touch it.
I will. Come on. I was like, why is it not letting me? Jeez, that was weird. Okay. So kind of an interesting thing. You hit these statues and they bleed, which is kind of cool, right? There's actually one of these little, like, plastered splicers, but it's not a splicer, it's a kid. There's, like, a family at a dinner table. But they're all, you know, plastered up like that. If you hit the kids with a wrench or you shoot them, they will not bleed. Kind of an interesting thing. So, like, the kids that they made like that, they don't bleed if you hit them. I don't know if that was, like, on purpose, like, oh, we don't want to, like, encourage violence towards children or something. But yeah, just kind of a cool little thing. Just a neat little thing. For what it's worth, I don't know.
Once they've been sent to their
You will go to yours. So if you guys can probably see, but I've gotten myself just down to a tiny bit of health. We want to make sure that we're, again, ready for a death warp that's going to be coming up. We set up for it, like, just super far in advance just because we can. There's no reason not to. There's no reason not to. That way you're not trying to scramble at the last second to get your health low and waste some time by sitting in fire waiting to die.
Son of a bitch.
Let me to freeze.
Oh, I've got a pose all picked out for you.
Well, thanks. You were thinking of me. That's nice. Okay. So this is guy number two that we have to take pictures of. So we got my picture. I'm good to go. And I'm actually gonna. This is something I started doing today, which I think is really funky and cool. I'm gonna place a grenade right over here. And when I come back here later, that guy's just gonna instantly die. I mean, he'll die when I'm not even around him. You'll hear him explode. So as soon as you get down here and die, there's a guy that spawns right where I put that grenade. I'm trying to... Let's listen for it. I'm trying to listen for it. He'll die at some point. You'll hear an explosion and he'll just die. Or maybe it already happened while I was rezzing. Here we go. Yep, there it is. You heard the explosion, and now it says photograph his corpse. Okay. I thought that fire was him for a second. Nope, that's him. Okay. So that's number 3. We're going to go to number 4, and then that'll be all the pictures that we need to worry about. You don't really need to kill those turrets. Whoa, whoa. I'm getting, like, stuck up here. That's really strange. So again, we're going to trigger these cutscenes, then we're going to get ourselves down to 1 health. Ooh, perfect. I'm going to pull my crossbow out. So the last guy that we photograph, I'm just going to hit him with a crossbow once or twice, take his picture, and then we'll almost be done with Fort Frolic at that point. No! Oh, sad. That's kind of actually is a sad part of the game if you know the lore. There we go. That was quick. That was good. It's nice when that guy dies on the first hit, but sometimes he takes 2 hits with the little crossbow there. Boom. So we'll place the pictures, and then it's another series of waves that we got to take care of. Boom. You don't want any of our splicers going back here to gain health, which shouldn't happen. I'll be telekinesising everybody, so they should 1-hit die. But you never know. You never know. Speaking of which, let's get some ammo ready just in case. You don't like it, do you?
Judged by you, by anyone. Screw you. Screw all you fucking doubters.
Screw all you doubters. So they'll be coming from either over here, over there, or over there. We just kind of hang out here and let these spider splicers spawn. Well, most of them are spider splicers, not all of them. But then we just take them all out. There we go. See if they're going to be nice to me and spawn in really easy ways. They're being good to me so far. There's two. I hear somebody behind me. I thought I did. I'll pull up the machine gun every once in a while if there's not like a corpse for me to grab directly in front of me. They die pretty quick to a machine gun fire as well. There we go. And we'll place our last picture in a second, and that'll be pretty much Fort Frolic at that point. The birth is so close now. That's weird. I could grab the old present while this one was still getting lifted. Okay, so in a second he'll allow me to place this. There we go. We look up there, because if you don't look up there, Sander Cohen won't spawn, and you can't leave the level. I've made that mistake before. Like, why is this door not opening up? Okay. That's Fort Frolic. A super fun level. And now we're going to go to the worst level. Festus. At least for me. This is like the bane of my runs. This is where I'll make the most mistakes. Hopefully we'll put in a nice clean one here for you. That was weird. This is one of those levels where you can start moving forward before the level itself loads, but for some reason there, like I was holding in the forward key and it wasn't moving me. That can happen every once in a while. But whatever, anyways. Yeah, this level's not too crazy. It's just there's like a lot of really specific objectives that need to be met while you're running around, so I don't know, I guess that's the best way to describe why it's tough. Like there's a lot of things that can get screwed up. The tricks themselves usually aren't too terrible, but yeah, there's just enough little things where it can be annoying. Let's jump over the barrel. Let's not miss. Whoop. There we go. Nice. That's a nice little jump to save a few seconds. I got 6 grenades. That's enough. I wouldn't mind having more, but that's fine. So we want to use that audio diary just because we have to listen to that audio diary to progress through the level. We have to. Like that door right over here will not open until this dialogue and then the next dialogue play. Almost had him. This is a little game that some of us runners like to play while we're waiting for that door to open. Oh, you son of a gun. I thought he was going to stay up there. I thought I had him that time. Alright, I got about 1 or 2 more tosses, buddy. Be good to me. You are a super slippery splicer. What a slippery splicer. Oh, did I get him? Oh, look at that. Oh, he trolled me, man. I thought I had it. That guy trolled me big time. Alright, so we're going to use a grenade there just to clear out those 3 guys, otherwise they can body block us real bad. And I usually like to place some fire down because they'll follow me and that helps just to kill them as they're following me. Okay, so we're going to fire off 3 grenades at each of these big daddies up here. We're going to come back to them later. Perfect. That went exactly as well as I had hoped it would. And they're hopefully... So this big daddy that we're going to come up on, sometimes he can be to the right. Most of the time he's to the left. But, oh, that was a weird little lag. It, like, made me walk into that. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Oops, I did not mean to light you on fire, but it's actually fine. I'm going to place his body right there. I want it there for later. I'll shoot that so I can pick up some first aid kits in a bit. So, this part coming up, we want to be really cognizant of our invincibility frames, of our health. If we trigger our invincibility frames, which is really easy to do while fighting those big daddies, then this next part can be really hairy. Because we're going to take lots of damage, but we want to hit our invincibility frame so we can run straight through all this stuff, which I did just fine. Grab that, and we want to do a death warp. So that's why, just because all those traps will mess you up, and they do lots of damage. So if you don't have your invincibility frames ready, that part can be a pain. Nothing, Ben should. So again, we're going to do some damage. We're going to get ready for a death warp coming up here. Pyop and pyop. Alright, and this guy right there loves to mess you up, like if you're not being careful. If you're not careful and you're not fast, he'll kill you before you can get the item that you need. We need to loot those Big Daddy corpses in order to get some components to build a bomb. I need you to get out of my way. There we go. I wanted that can of ionic gel. We need one more can of ionic gel. We need 2 more R34 components from the Big Daddies, and then we'll be ready to build our bomb. I did not actually need to help heal myself just a second ago. It's not the end of the world, but I don't know if we actually want to be at... We're going to want to do another death warp soon, so we don't want to have like full health going into here. But it's actually fine because we can damage ourselves while building our bomb here. We just move out of the fire, build our bomb, then run back into it. Boom. Alright, so we have our bomb built. Now we're going to go place our bomb, and then we're going to run out of this area. Okay, let me get my proximity mines. We're going to want to lay some proximity mines coming up pretty soon here. We're going to use them to set up a little barrier for us. I'm going to grab some more proximity grenades from that little box there. Alright, we're going to put one right there. Put one right there. Put one right there. And just because of our situation, alright, perfect. I was able to place all 5 of them down. I like to have 5 set up in just that way. Protects me from enemies that are going to be coming in here trying to kill me while I'm turning this. Boom, there's one gone. Oh, that guy is going to launch some fireballs, but he'll probably teleport in here and kill himself. Yep, there you go, to my right, you can hear him. But there's another one, he's going to run up towards me and he's going to explode it. Another one there. I love watching them just blow up as they try to come in here. All the death boost. Yeah, there's a lot of death boost for sure. So again, another death warp coming up. We're going to want to damage ourselves, probably right about there. I don't want to go too far down yet. Just to be safe. Ooh, I don't have any regular grenades, so I can't do the trick that I usually do, which is totally fine and okay. I'll also have to do this part a little bit different. I'll do this part. This is actually a little safer the way that I'm going to do it. Normally what I like to do is I like to toss a grenade, and then I like to place the bomb, and then the grenade blows up right after I place the bomb. But it can be risky, because if you don't time it quite right, you can kill yourself before placing the bomb. There we go. Now I'm gonna, oops. See, I'd be dead already, but now we're gonna do it this way. There we go. We'll light that little ledge on fire, and it kills us. Heal. Now we're gonna get out of here. We're done with this level. I meant to grab that body, but that's fine. There should be another body somewhere for me to grab. Or not. Maybe there won't be one for me to grab. Here it is. I like to have it just because that one guy that I don't know, it was real quick. You might not even have seen it, but there's a guy there that likes to body block you if you're not being careful. So it's nice to have a body to throw at him. He's like one of the only enemies where if you hit him with a body, he won't die. So you have to have a body. You throw something at him with telekinesis and then follow it up with another shot with a shotgun or something like that. There we go. That's that level. We wait just a little bit for some dialogue to finish out, and then we'll be done with this level. And then we go on to RCC, and RCC is going to be like 95% cutscene. It's like 7 minutes or so, so it's whatever. And then we get to carry on with the wrestler run after that. RCC. This level is super funky. Like, this level gets played really weird during any percent. Like, normally we'd play radio message, we'd activate that door, and then we'd hop out of this door before it closes, and we do a whole bunch of weird stuff with audio diaries and flings, and we do all sorts of weird stuff in this level during any percent. But, obviously we're not going to worry about that stuff right now. Grab some items, some loots, just because we can. I'll actually show you a glitch. It doesn't matter because it's not going to affect this run at all, but it is something we take advantage of during the any % run. Whoa! Whoa! That boosted me way over there. That was super strange. What I was going to say is we can jump up on top of here, and then, oh, I didn't actually hit it, but there's an invisible wall, like, right behind me to my left that we hop over to progress through the rest of the level with. Here it is, I'm on top of the invisible wall. And then we can hop over there and up there and finish the level, but we're obviously going to wait. We're going to wait. We're going to wait, because it's glitchless and we don't want to do that. Alright, there we go. But it's a cool thing. I had some time to show you, so I figured I'd show you. So we got, again, another one of these little spots where we just need to wait a bit for some audio to finish up before we can exit through this door.
Ryan's at the core to self-destruct. This is different than what you did. He's got a mind to take down the whole damn city.
He's got a mind to take down the whole city.
For the whole joint blows.
Beep, beep. Hello, Andrew Ryan. So yeah, like I say, during any %, this is, we would totally skip this. We do this weird thing where we fling over that door that I'm looking at right now, and then we like walk through this door and do like a really weird like save load thing, and we just walk past them. But we can't do that here. We're not going to do that here. Plus, then we wouldn't get a look at Andrew Ryan's cool little cutscene here. So I was saying earlier at Medical Pavilion, there's a few spots in the game where during the cutscenes we look down. We look down and stare at the ground for some reason. You're not supposed to. Like, if you play the game normally and you're not speedrunning it, you'll look at them normally and, you know, maintain eye contact. But for some reason, because we're being all speedy, even if I'm not glitching out, for some reason, if I'm just going fast like this, it causes us to look down for some strange reason. Is this finished? This is about 2/3 of the way through. We got about probably another 20-25 minutes left. But you would think this would be the end. If you're actually paying attention to the lore, like if you're playing this is a normal playthrough, this is very much seems like it's the end of the game. But it's a giant plot twist. I don't want to spoil it too well. I guess I don't want to spoil it, but it's going to get spoiled in a second.
Stop. Would you kindly? Would you kindly?
So we're looking at him now, but in a sec we're going to start staring down. We're going to go like, I'm awkward. I'm socially awkward. I don't like to maintain eye contact. I'm just going to stare at him. So during this, what's happening right now, this little transition scene where you're seeing these old images, like Andrew Ryan was on the other side of the door before this, and now, oh yeah, never mind. I was a little early, but he's going to phase through the glass. We don't really see it, but he phases through the glass. If you're doing the any % speed run, where you're using the glitches, you actually visually see him. So right here is where he phases through the glass. Like all of a sudden he's here. In the any % run, you literally get to see his body just move through the wall. It's kind of funky. The restreamer accidentally resetted the timer. Hey, that's actually fine because I have my own timer going on. Lol. I'm at 1 hour, 56 seconds. That's where we're at. Oh, there's no speedrun timer. Yeah, that happens. That's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. Like I say, I got my live splits going on just because I like to be able to visually see that too. But yeah. A slave obeys. So maybe I'll just give you a little update at the end of each level where we are as far as time. But yes, this level is super boring on Glitchless. And there he is staring at the ground for some reason. Blurp. Squirt. It's a gross sound. The sound of blood splurting from his head. It's pretty brutal. This part is pretty brutal, and we didn't get to see it, which is probably fine. It's a little graphic, and it's a little brutal there. That's one part, like, the first time I played through this and I saw that happen, I was just like, oh god, like, whoa, I wasn't ready for that. Your buddy told you that Andrew Ryan fight was... Sorry, I'm reading it and I'm laughing. That cracks me up. He said that the Andrew Ryan fight was super hard, so before you faced him, you spent all your cash on ammo and chug. That's hilarious. Although, I mean... having ammo and supplies is never a bad thing. So it's not like that actually hurt you at all, but it is kind of funny that he psyched you out like that. Here's an interesting thing. Normally, I just found this out today. Bullets... Oh, wait, weird. These bullets in here, leave like a slash mark instead of a bullet hole. See, like, I shot it and it creates that little slash, but that's exactly the same mark that hitting it with a wrench will do. But shooting things with your weapon is supposed to create little bullet holes. What about shotgun? Okay, so the shotgun does it like we want. Here we go. Does the machine gun always create little slash marks like that when it shoots things? I thought it created bullet holes. That's weird. Whatever. It makes no difference in any way. That's just a thing I thought was interesting. Alright. What do we got? What do we got for anti-personal rounds? We got 35. Yeah, I'll rock and roll some anti-personal rounds for now. Can't hurt. So, after this dialogue plays, a little sister is just going to apparate right there. She's not there, and then she'll just appear when this door is ready to open. Again, not a big deal. Just kind of an interesting thing. Gonna run rapture tits to toes. Okay. Ding. We see the little sister appear. Okay, I'll say hi to Ryan for you. Boop, there she is. Atlas says hi. Alright, here we are. We're at the end of this level. Woo! Bing. There we go. We're at 104.14. That's what my timer is saying.
Welcome back, child. Welcome to the city where you were born.
Welcome to the city where you were born.
You are angry at Fontaine, yes? Now you know the truth. You are his tool, brought back to Rapture to save him.
Boop. I'm already at full hit,
You have saved
health
many
packs.
of my little ones.
So, this is a little thing I like to do to kill the time, because we gotta wait for a bunch of dialogue to play before we can move on. I like to try to see how many times I can bounce off this little sister's head, because when you jump on her head, it like bounces you off. I've got 7 as my personal record. 1, 2, 3. Oh snap! That was, guys, that was 6. That was not bad. Got some good little sister hops today. Okay, let's go, kiddo. She's super excited about it all of a sudden. Boink. And now we're gonna see how my teddy bear hops go. I think you need to replay this game. Cool, the remastered one is free. Yep, the remastered is free if you own the original, which is nice. Boink. Oh, I got it. So you have to jump real quick after you jump on top of that teddy bear because he moves out of the way. But if you do it just right, you can jump on top of this little sister's head. Nothing to do with the speedrun. Doesn't make anything go faster. It's just a fun thing to do while killing time. Yeah, I'd be cautious though. The remastered one is weird. The remastered one, you would think it would look nicer, and certain parts of it do look nicer, but literally certain parts of it actually look worse too. The remastered is really strange. I would be maybe a little more upset about it if it wasn't free, if you already owned it. But yeah, other than it being like visually weird, like certain spots actually looking worse, the remastered Bioshock 1 and especially Bioshock 2 are super buggy. If you have the regular and the remastered and you only want to play one, I would honestly recommend the original. It's much better as far as that stuff goes. Boink. Boing, boing. Whoop. I got others. Code yellow. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, it's good to throw that barrel up there because it knocks the enemies down and they won't get in your way. Alright. Go in here, we're gonna pick up this audio diary and play it. There's another few, there's only a few areas in the game that are like that where you have to listen to certain audio diaries to progress through the game, and that is one of them. I believe we have to do that in order to use this elevator. I guess I could be wrong, but I think that's the case. Alright, 57. Protocol. Oops. There we go. Ha 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 ha. I don't know why I shot him, just because I could. Slaughter the child before she becomes a big mama. That's exactly right. Well, I think they turn into big sisters from Bioshock 2, if I remember correctly. I think the little sisters that get trapped in here end up turning into the big sisters that you fight in Bioshock 2. But I'm not totally positive. I might be wrong on my lore for that. Stick to the original, got it, yeah, I would recommend it. I mean, it can't hurt to check out the remastered just to check it out, but yeah, the original is definitely, like, the better of the two. So we want to get this, you die. Actually, I'll let him hit me for a little bit. I do want to lose a little bit of health. But we want this mysterious chemical here. It's lot 192. But we gotta wait for this dialogue to finish before we can get this. Yeah, alright. I feel like my health's probably pretty good right there. I can deal with that. Get out of here. I want to be just close enough where I can see this. There we go. So I'm going to collect it and then just move backwards and get out of here. Yeah, they're called Big Sisters. Okay, yep, that's what I thought. I thought it was the Big Sisters that the little sisters turned into Big Sisters. Nice. They held the door open for me, which is super useful. Usually that door is closed and you just gotta wait a second for it to open. So that's a little bit of a time save. That's just pretty much RNG. Usually the door is not open like that, so they were being nice to me. Let's see, this Big Daddy might still be pissed at me because I shot him for some reason before I hopped on the elevator. And I haven't died or anything, so his aggro has not been reset. So I might have a Big Daddy ready to just smash on me as soon as I exit out of here. I don't see him anywhere, so I'm alright. Oh, there he is. He's definitely, like, his eyes are definitely red. I saw it. Like, when his eyes are red or when the lights in his helmet are red, he's coming to attack you. My God, these people are lighting me up. It's super weird. It's not a big deal, but usually I don't have splicers just following behind me, shooting me the whole time. Not a big deal. It's fine. Shoot me. I don't care. It's just strange. It's just strange. Alright, we're done with that level. Yay! So we are at 109:46 for time. You're making that up right now, but you thought the sisters dead? Yeah, actually, funny enough, like, you're actually kind of right about that. Even though you were just messing around. Yeah, the little sisters do turn into big sisters that you have to fight in Bioshock 2. You don't have to fight. As long as you're saving or rescuing little sisters, you'll end up fighting. But yeah, that's what they turn into. So every little... When you think about it, every little sister that we kill now is beneficial for the future of Rapture. So we're doing the world a service by killing the little sisters. Alright, I would prefer to have a little bit less health, so I'm gonna, actually, this heat-seeking rocket will work just fine. I'm gonna deal some damage to myself, right up at the top of here. There we go, that was good. And we'll hit this little electro bolt here, and we'll bring myself down to exactly 0 health. My invincibility frames have triggered. Once I get this, I'll switch to my fire, and no matter what your health is looking like, when you pick up that lot 192, it gives you more invincibility frames for like a few seconds. But whatever, yeah, that's just a thing. Okay, we're almost done with this level. We're pretty much just gonna get on out of here and we'll be good to go. This is we do like a weird little elevator skip during the any % run where we hop down that elevator to our left and we just fall down instead of riding the elevator down. It's kind of a cool little trick, but we don't get to see that today, but it's kind of a neat little thing. It's like a busted up elevator that you're obviously not supposed to be able to jump in, but if you jump in at the right angle, you can fall through the floor. It's super neat. Ooh, we done. Not with the game, sorry, with that level. You fight like all but one. For the big sisters, are you talking about? Yeah, I think it's like every 3 little sisters that you save or kill in Bioshock 2. I think a big sister comes after that. If I remember correctly, I think that's how it goes. So there's another really cool trick that we do in the any percent category where we basically skip this whole level. It's the last chance kid skip. That's what I call it. I think that's what most people would probably call it, or some variant of that. So I like to grab this and then aim up so that it doesn't catch fire from that right there. Because I like to use this cylinder to blow up these security bots, that's all. Security bots are just kind of annoying, so I like to blow them up so that they don't block me and get in my way. So we do a little jump here, where we skip this little trigger and we can move through that door before he closes it and we exit the level. That's what we do on the any percent, but I didn't, obviously. Obviously we're not doing that. So we hold on to this big daddy body right there because we need to grab a component off him. That's why I was holding on to it. Oh my gosh, that thing was blocking me. I'm surprised that didn't kill him. I'm surprised me hitting him with the big daddy and with the wrench didn't kill him, but whatever. So this level is interesting on the glitchless category because it almost doesn't matter how fast we do it. At the end of the level, we'll get to a point where we have to wait, like, oh wow, I'm getting lit up there. Yeah, anyways, like I say, when we get to the end of this level, we're going to sit at the exit of the level and wait for like a minute and a half for a whole bunch of dialogue to finish up. So it really sort of does not matter how fast we do this level. Like, normally somebody spawning in front of me like that would drive me crazy. I'd be like, no, why? But we don't have to worry about that right now because, like I said, even if we go slow, we're just going to end up waiting at the very end anyways. But yeah, that's this whole level is just traveling to little areas, collecting items. We're turning ourselves into a Big Daddy. That's what we're doing here. We're collecting little Big Daddy parts. I got the helmets. Oh, wait, no, I got the boots already. I got, what did I grab there? The bodysuit just now. We're going to grab some pheromones so that we smell like a Big Daddy. Spritz, 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 spritz. Boop, boop. You gotta get 3 of them. 3 pheromones. There's 2. There's number 3. And we have one more thing to grab. We're gonna get the voice modulator, something like that. I meant to kill that thing earlier, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Here I will take a little bit of damage, I guess. We're gonna want to pretty much be dead by the time we get out of this area. Okay. The voice modulator, this thing is just gonna mess us up. It's gonna destroy. Look at that blade. It's all bloody and everything. Oh, except I didn't get it. Oh, I did that in the wrong order. Lol. Lol. Like I say, it actually, like, I screwed up big time there, but it does not matter. Because I have, like, a minute and a half, like, worth of wiggle room.
Look at you. We will make Big Daddy out of you yet, I think. There is only one piece missing. The voice box modification machine. Optimized.
Voice box modification machine. That's where I'm going right now.
Where you'll be finding the voice box to have sounds like.
Don't kill me, splicers. There we go. Now I used it. That was goofy. Yeah, that would be a mistake. That usually would be like a PB killer. But we're lucky that that there's a lot of dialogue in this level. I don't have to worry about it. So this is one of the few spots in the game where we can actually, like, grab this weapon thing and we can look through what we want. Because, like, the dialogue will continue playing and that little sister is going to keep coming out while we're using that machine. So we get, like, a free weapon upgrade, but it kind of almost doesn't even matter. It kind of doesn't even matter. As long as you have telekinesis, that's all you need. That's all you need. Okay, so here we are. Like I say, we're just chilling. We're just waiting for a whole bunch of dialogue. I've got probably another 40 seconds or so to just sit here through.
Now this is a Big Daddy. Are you ready?
Guys, what's up? Has the timer disappeared for anyone else? Yeah, so, there must have just been a little error where the timer's gone. I do have my live splits up, though, just because I like to be able to see them, so I do have an accurate idea of the time. Right now we're at, like, 1:16:50. So we got about 10 minutes here left. It was accidentally reset. This isn't a speed run. Yeah, this is just a normal. We're doing a let's play in the middle of the marathon here. This is just a normal playthrough. No, not really. But yeah, no, we're at like 117 right
Means
now.
very much to me if you will be gentle with the girl.
I do a little update at the end of each level just to let you guys know where we're at. Mein kleines Mädchen. I've got the atom now. Well, good for you, buddy. I'm happy. I'm happy for you. And there we go. And that's when the level ends. Yay! So we're going to do a little more RNG manipulation. Hopefully I can pull it off correctly here. We're like 1:17:30. That's what time we're looking at here. So we're going to want to stand in a certain spot, and we're going to want to look in a certain area. And after the little sister like runs past a certain mark, then we're going to start running. There it is. Hopefully I did it right. It's a little harder to set up on Glitchless than it is in any percent, because we literally stand in a different spot because we need to do things a little differently in any percent, just because. So this trigger is a little more, or this RNG manipulation is a little bit more tricky. The visual trigger, or the visual cue, is not quite as easy to locate as it is on the any percent. But I did it correctly. She's running good. If you don't do it quite right, like if you're not standing in the right spot, you're not looking in the right direction or whatever, or you don't move at the right spot, she'll just start walking. And that's why little sisters are super annoying in this game. It worked out just fine this time, but when you get these little sisters walking, it's so annoying. That's like pretty much instant like run killer right there, is that she starts walking, you runs over. But we're good. We're good. We're good. She's running, so we're gonna get some good time. That's nice. You still coming, kiddo? You are. Where are you, Spider Splicer? There you are. They play well with the suckers. Did I not kill that turret? That's fine. Adam. So this is this whole level, is just following this little sister around and protecting her while waves of enemies try to kill her. So it's gonna be 6. Every one of these is gonna be 6 enemies that we fight, and they're gonna come down either side of this hallway. Usually it's towards the right side. Yeah, there we go. But every once in a while they come down the left side as well. It's always good to keep back and forth. There we go. The rare left side splicer. Telekinesis is so powerful. Oh, I was holding onto a disappeared body there. That was weird. They can do that sometimes. Oh, that one happened again, and it turned into a lockbox. That was goofy. So when you get a spider splicer, that's how you know that these bodies keep disappearing as I'm holding them. It's so strange. And I actually want... Okay, this will work. Like, I actually want a body to throw, because there's a splicer I need to kill. Can't see the splicer. There it is. Or not. Damn, barrel was way in my way. I couldn't see anything. Alright. So I'm going to get my proximity mines. I'm going to have a few extra. I'm going to have 4 extras, so I can launch 4 of my proximity mines here to hopefully try to get enemies to die a little early, so I don't have to worry about blowing up. And 4. And that's all I'm going to use. We're going to collect our supplies. We want to make sure we have 6 by the end, by the next level, basically. Okay, some of my grenades have exploded. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to make sure that I can watch both sides now. I'm not sure how many have died, because I've killed a few myself, but then a few have died from grenades. Oh. Whatever. Hopefully, if she gets hit while she's gathering, sometimes that'll cause her to start walking again. It looks like we're good. Yeah, you pretty much do want to one-shot all the enemies, and you all... Who's shooting me? Was it this thing that was shooting me? I didn't even see it firing away. Whatever. Anyways. Yeah, if you get hit too much, or she gets hit too much, or things don't go quite right, she can start walking again, and you obviously don't want that to happen. Okay. We're getting to the end of this. We're getting there. I deserve a ton more followers. What a fun Bioshock journey. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's nice. Slow runs only. No speed runs allowed. Yeah, that's not NGA, it's NSA. That's funny. I like that. I approve. No speed runs allowed. It's only Let's Plays. So these crossbow is also very... Oh, I missed you, apparently. Why are you being so elusive, Splicer? That was very rude of him. So this is a spot that bugs me, that water. Like, sometimes if you get damaged in certain spots or in certain ways on this level, the little sister will start walking backwards. and you'll lose just tons of time from her doing that. Super annoying. Oh, we have... Oh, what are you doing? Oh, there she... That was exactly what I was talking about. I got hit, or I didn't kill the enemy in the right way, so she decided to start walking backwards. It's really goofy. Alright, so I have one proximity mine to work with. I'm just gonna kill that person right there and just move on like normal. So there was a splicer down there where I shot that proximity grenade. And later on, like, after your little sister is ready to move on from this area, like, he's playing possum right now. He's alive, but he's just laying down. So you just gotta watch it. I like to toss a grenade over there and just kill him. Nice and easy. Oh, hi. If I had more grenades to work with, I'd be placing more, but they're not giving me as much as I'd like. Oh, I thought that body was alive for a second. Oh, there it is. It blew up. I thought that had already blown up, but I guess not. It is blown up now. Are you good to go? That was the last one? Oh, I thought she was going to start walking for a second. She looked like she was. Actually, I'm going to get a... Ooh, I only have one frag... Sorry, I don't know what word I was trying to say there. One frag grenade left. So I won't even worry about my frag grenades. I'll take this big daddy out with a electric buck. So this little sister, she's going to walk up and she's going to open up a door. I want to let her move a little before I spawn this big daddy, because otherwise she'll stop what she's doing and she won't open the door and you'll lose time. But here we go. Killing that big daddy. I mean, you don't necessarily have to. You could probably just avoid him and run through here and finish the level, but it just makes it a little less annoying. And depending on how the big daddy attacks you and moves towards you, you can potentially lose some time. So it's just kind of nice to be able to take him out of there and just not have to worry about it. We're almost at the end of this level, so we want to make sure that we got... It's nice to have 6 proximity mines. That's what you really want for the end of this level. And you can use some steel bolt tips too, but a lot of people like to use frag grenades. I like to use frag grenades as well. So sticky grenades and frag grenades are what we need for this fight. So it's 3 phases of Fontaine. You kill him 3 times and he goes and resurrects basically. And we're at 124.15 was the time we're looking at. So I'm getting pretty dang close to my my predicted time. Oops, sorry about that. It just smacked on my microphone. But anyways, what we're gonna do is we're gonna place 3 of these proxy grenades right where Fontaine is gonna land, and it'll kill his phase instantly, and he'll go back and reset and go to phase 2. So we're gonna do that for his first 2 phases. It's just gonna be instantly finished, and then we're gonna finish him off with I don't have the grenades that I need, so I do want to make sure. Well, this is gonna be interesting because I don't have the ammo that I want, but whatever, we'll deal. There we go. There's one. Phase 1 done. Phase 2 is going to be done. Hello? Oh, I was like... Apparently I was tapping the wrong key. I was trying to tap E, but I must have been tapping some other thing. Alright, I'm going to get... Man, I really don't know exactly how I'm going to take this phase out. I'm going to have to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Okay. So usually I could just hit him with 4 of these bolts and he'd be dead. But obviously I only have 3, so that makes that a little difficult. There we go. That's fine. That wasn't as fast as it could have been, but we're at time. There we go. 125.31. There we go. That's the end of my run. Woo! 125.31. That's not terrible. And that's like real time, so I'm not sure what my in-game time was, but I don't think it's a PB or a world record or anything. I made a few mistakes here and there, but not bad. Well, anyways, that's it. Thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out and watching my Bioshock Glitchless speedrun. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did, too. I want to give a big shout-out to my Bioshock speedrun community. A lot of awesome folks there. Everybody there is super helpful, and it's a good community to be part of. And I want to give a shout-out to all the organizers of this event. They're doing a great job, and they're putting on a good show. Thank you, everybody, for that. Otherwise... Yeah, you guys know where to find me, benedictator, if you want to see more speedruns. I do Bioshock 1 and I do Bioshock 2, and I'll add more games to my repertoire eventually. But you know where to find me if you want to see more gaming. Otherwise, I will go ahead and pass it off to the next runner. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out.